Mike, getting to know Tristan the years that you have, how excited, anxious, anticipating were you of the opportunity for him to play in the postseason this year before his injury, and where are you looking on Casey to fill the void if he has to be the guy to start in the postseason?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have 5 games left in the regular season. Tristan is going through a rehab process right now. His status is week to week. We're not sure what that picture will look like, but we're trying to take each day as it comes, and we'll make decisions accordingly. What I will tell you is that we believe in the people that we have, and we have capable people in all the positions. Casey being one of them. Tristan obviously has had a terrific year for us. He's a very good goalie, and we're excited that he's part of this group. He's grown a lot this year. I think he's learned through his experiences, and we'll see where that takes us. But we've got a lot of work ahead of us here before we start the playoffs. That might be a better conversation for when that time comes.
Chris in the middle.
Mike, kind of big picture, I remember when you first got to Pittsburgh, you talked about how that decade between NHL head coaching jobs, you've grown as a person and as a leader, as a coach through your assistant, American League and all that. How have you grown, or have you grown? I assume you have in some ways since then, being an NHL coach for 6 years. How much better, or are you better now as a leader, as a coach than you were when you first got here?
Oh, I think we all grow as people through experiences, and some of them positive, some of them not so positive. But every opportunity, every experience you go through is an opportunity to try to improve and get better as a person, as a coach. And a lot of it, I think, boils down to a lot of the little things, just in the relationship building and how you interact with your players and how you interact with your coaching staff, and having a certain perspective in challenging circumstances, and being able to see through some of that stuff. I think experience helps coaches, and experience helps people in any endeavor. And so I try to reflect all the time on the experiences that I go through, and how I can be better as a coach, and be better as a leader, and be better as a person. There are nights when we may lose a game, or we go through a tough experience where I drive home at night and say I needed to be a better coach tonight. I replay all the games in my mind. I don't think I'm unlike any other coach in any sport. It's just part of our DNA, and you replay the game in your mind, and you replay some of the decisions that you make, and you critique or assess yourself and reflect on decisions or interactions, or all of those things that are associated with a hockey game or a sporting event for that matter. And I go through those discussions with myself all the time, and I'd like to believe that I learn through those experiences and try to be a better coach, and try to be a better person, and try to be a better leader. And so I think experience is the best teacher, and so I also think we learn more from our failures than we do our successes, because it forces you to dig down and soul search a little bit and reflect on your own individual part in the experiences. So I'd like to believe that I'm a better coach today than I was 6 or 7 years ago when I first became the coach of the Pittsburgh Penguins. But it's not an easy job. It's one that I love. I don't take one day for granted. I love working with this group of players that we have, and I just think it's an evolution that is constant.
Yeah.
Mike, over the last